Hello, this is Artist Way, week 11 overview. This week, at first, when because I just did my check-in and everything, so when I did my check-in, I was like, no synchronicities this week, but, one, the fact that the binging, right, I bought tickets to concerts months ago, some weeks ago, and they just so happened to land on this week. I had no clue that that was gonna happen, so the fact that this week, the week of, oh, binge, just do it, all that just so happened to land on this week was just, insane. So that is right there as synchronicity. And with that, it was gaining your autonomy and being able to realize that you can make bad art, you can do you can't just judge yourself based off of money, success, and everything like that. And I was talking literally on video last week about those were feelings that were honestly coming up, that all art is art. It's okay if it's not always to your quality of standards, because perfectionism is a insane part where it's constantly making you feel like you gotta do more. And the thing is, you can always come back to future pieces. Of course, it's hard when you're selling art and you're constantly making something and then giving it away. Of course you can't continue to work on it, but if you then make it digital as well, maybe you can tweak it later in the future. There's always ways that you can get around that if it's something that you like, because some people do draw the same character throughout the years and try and make it a different design, and that's also a whole thing that is on its own, of course. But this week I did so many concerts. I will not lie. I went to Pierce the Veil, and I went to Jelly Roll and Post, and then I also went to Halsey, which was amazing. All of my 8th grade dreams came true last night. Some of the songs that she played, I had not expected at all to be played. Even when I was looking at the set list, some of the songs that were already set to play, I was so excited because I just expected more of her new music. I still love her regardless, so I was gonna see her, but the fact that it was the old stuff mixed in, and she did some surprise songs last night because she had some family in the crowd, and she said that we were very enthusiastic, and we're one of her most enthusiastic crowds normally. So she had played New Americana, she had played Roman Holiday, and she had played Lie, which that one was one that I play a lot. Sorry, my throat is a little scratchy. I've been a little busy singing my little heart out. But yeah, I will say, working in the art department this week didn't really go through. I checked my messages to see if I can get that trombone, but I'm still working on that. I want to start learning guitar, which I can now because I finally got my acrylic nails taken off, but I cannot play guitar and have acrylics because I gotta be able to move these fingies, man, and at least get the firm position. But regardless, I have not, of course, started my reading for the next week because today is swap day, check-in day, whatever you would like to call it. And I wanted to make sure I got my video done on time. I did miss out on my pages a couple days, just because, of course, concerts. If you've been to any of them recently, the parking situation, no go. And the Halsey concert was on a Tuesday night. They closed the lawn. Every other seat in there was packed, so it wasn't like it was empty, and it still took hours to get out. I purposely stayed towards the end just because I get nervous driving around other cars, but especially at night, I have really not good stigmatisms, and the glasses, they only help so much, especially with the way the headlights be nowadays, beaming. But I think that is a good wrap up on our check-in this week. I will see you next week, final week, but that doesn't mean I'm going to stop checking in with you guys. That just means that I have to find another thing to talk about. Gonna have to have a little yap sessions with you. I don't know exactly what. I want to make some content about how I'm learning how to DJ. I want to make content about me learning guitar. I want to make content about me, not contact. I want to make it about me picking up the trombone again, because I actually was trained in that for years, and I'd never bought the instrument. I always rented it from my school, and once I left it there. So this is gonna be a journey, guys. It's gonna be a journey, and I'm excited to see where it takes me. Bye.